this is Michelle Green with Morristown TV today. I know I'm usually cutting up and playing and carrying on with you guys, but there's something I want to talk to you about on a serious note today. I recently lost a very sweet friend of mine. She lost her battle to cancer. Now, instead of choosing to spend her last few days in a hospital or even spending her last few days at home, leaving those memories of where she passed to her family, she chose to spend her last few days here in the building that I am in right now. It's called Serenity House. With me is Miss Stephanie Hamill. Stephanie is the director of Friends of Hospice here in Morristown. Serenity House is a program that's under Friends of Hospice. I think I'm telling you that right. I'm going to let Stephanie talk to you, tell you all about the program, and tell what you can do to help with this program. Stephanie, thank you so much for taking the time. I know you're busy to meet with me and the Channel 7 audience. Can we go ahead and let's talk about Serenity House?
Yeah. Well, Serenity House is a program under Friends of Hospice. And as you said, Friends of Hospice, we've been around for about 25 years now in the community. Most people know us through our camp that we do for the last 17 years, Camp Hugs. But we also have other programs. We help hospice patients that are in need of financial support and stuff like that. But about 5 years ago, we really felt the need to do something a little more for our community. One of our board members had a sister, Sandy Johnson, who was in a comfort home in New York, and I had never heard of a comfort home, even though I've been a hospice social worker for 23 years now. So I traveled to Batavia, New York, and looked at it and fell in love with the concept. And we came back and decided we needed to try and do that here in Morristown. We've been open now for 2.5 years. We've served 57 residents now. And the whole concept is most people don't want to be in an institutional setting at the end of life. They want to be in a home-like setting, but unfortunately for a lot of people, because they have a frail spouse, or they don't have family, or they have working children who can't be there 24 hours a day, they need to have an alternative setting. They can't stay in their own home, and that's where Serenity House comes in. And so we're able to take care of them we limit it to 3 months or less, and they have to be on hospice, but this is where they can come for 24-hour care.
Well, I would like to say to you, as somebody who lost a friend who did stay here at Serenity House, thank you and your staff. Stephanie and her staff, the professional staff, her volunteers, they were top-notch. I could not have asked for my friend to be in a more loving, home-like environment. It was wonderful. It was just a wonderful organization. Now, Stephanie, I know you said you've been here for about 2 years and 50-plus people that you have cared for in their last days. Let's talk about the community. What can the community do to get involved with Serenity House?
Oh, wow. Well, it costs us about $125 a day to run our program. We do not charge for care here. What we do ask is a small fee to pay for electricity and, food, those types of things. So it's a small fee that we ask, and that's on a sliding scale. We ask our residents to try and pay about $100 a week. But of course, that doesn't near cover what we need. So we are always in need of monetary donations. All of our funding comes through, of course, we're supported through United Way of Hamlin County, and we also have some fundraisers but donations, financial donations is the biggie. But then everything in the house that we have, from toilet paper all the way up to computer, televisions, everything in our home has been donated. So we always have a wish list, of things that we need, just everyday supplies that you do use to run your own home, an office. And so we always need those type of things. But boy, the biggest thing we always need is volunteers. We have about 20 dedicated volunteers that help, and we only ask for 4 hours a week or every other week. And when a volunteer comes in, all we ask them to do is kind of help do some light housekeeping, help answer the phone, sit and talk with the patients, play a game, whatever they feel comfortable doing. But I'm telling you what, a lot of our volunteers, I think they get more blessing than anything, because they really are able to touch lives, and that's what it's all about.
Well, I can attest to that. And again, as far as volunteers, maybe you're not comfortable, maybe you don't have the time, maybe you don't necessarily have the financial means to help, even if you would. This is a wonderful group function. If you belong to a civic group, a church group, there are lots of options for you to do to come in, even if it's buy paper towels and such. I will tell you this too. We are housed, I say we, I feel like I'm a part of the family now. We are housed on the corner of Kennedy and Lincoln Avenue. It's a very safe, secure, home-like environment. For people who may have questions about it, let's go ahead and Stephanie, tell them a phone number that they can go to if they have questions or if they're interested.
Absolutely. You can call us anytime at 423-586-5284. And then we also have a website you can visit, and that's hospicefriends.org. And there's a link to the Serenity House, but then it also tells about our other things that we do, like the camp and those type of things. But please visit our website, call if you want a tour. If you want us to come and talk to your church or organization, we'd be more than happy to do that also.
Well, Stephanie, like I said earlier, I know you're very busy, and I do appreciate you taking the time to talk to the Channel 7 audience and to talk to me. Folks, again, we always tell you thank you so much for staying tuned to Channel 7, Morristown TV today. You know, if you didn't stay tuned to us, you wouldn't know about these hidden treasures like this here in our community. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next time.